Hello, welcoming you all again to this session. In the previous session, we discussed on line configuration, point to point, multi point topology, in which we studied mesh topology, star topology, tree topology, bus topology, ring topology, and hybrid topology. In today's discussion, we discuss on transmission modes, simplex, half duplex, full duplex, categories of networks, um, LAN, that is local area network, and WAN, wide area network. So let's start with data flow. Communication between two devices can be simplex, half duplex, or full duplex. In simplex mode, the communication is unidirectional. As on one-way street, only one of the two devices on a link can transmit, the other can only receive. So as shown in this slide, in this figure, so we have a monitor and a mainframe, and the arrow mark which shows the direction of data. When the mainframe sends the data, monitor receive the data. Keyboard and traditional monitors are the best example of simplex mode. Keyboard can only introduce input and the monitor can only expect the output. The simplex mode can use the entire capacity of the channel to send data in one direction. So as shown in this slide, the figure, we have a CPU and direction of data, that is keyboard, and direction of data to monitor. So keyboard which introduce input and the monitor which expects the output. So only one device can work, that is unidirection. So next one is half duplex. In half duplex mode, each station can both transmit and receive, but not at the same time. When one device is sending, the other can only receive, and vice versa. So as shown in this slide, we are using a two station and the arrow mark which shows the direction of data at time 1 and the direction of data at time 2. So when one device is sending, the other can only receive, and vice versa. In a half duplex transmission, the entire capacity of the channel is taken over by whichever of two devices is transmitting at the time. The walkie-talkie and CB, citizen band, are radios are both half duplex system. So walkie-talkie is the best example of half duplex, because when one is talking, the other person only receives the data. When the other person talks, the first person only receives the data. Next is full duplex. In full duplex mode, also called duplex, both stations can transmit and receive simultaneously. So as shown in this slide, we are using two stations and the arrow mark which shows the direction of data all the time. In full duplex mode, signal going in one direction share the capacity of the link with signal going in other direction. This sharing occurs in two ways. Either the link must contain two physical separate transmission paths, one for sending and the other for receiving, or the capacity of channel is divided between signal traveling in both direction. In full duplex is used when communication in both direction is required all the time. The capacity of the channel, however, must be divided between two directions. So, as shown in this picture, in this slide, so we have A which is a receiver and B which is a sender. Send. Both A and B can send and receive simultaneously in full duplex mode. Categories of network. The categories into which network falls is determined by its size. Two primary categories are there: local area network, that is LAN, LAN, and wide area network, that is WAN, WAN. Let's start with local area network. A local area network LAN is usually privately owned and links the device in a single office, building, or campus. So, depending on the needs of an organization and the type of technology used, a LAN can be as simple as a 2 PC and a printer in someone's home office. It can extend throughout a company throughout a company throughout a company and include audio and video peripherals. Currently, LAN size is limited few kilometers. LANs are designed to allow resources to be shared between personal computers or workstation. The source to be shared can be include hardware, for example a printer, and a software, for example an application of program or data. A given LAN will use only one type of transmission medium. The most common LAN categories are bus, ring, and star topology. So let us repeat. A local area network LAN is usually privately owned and links the device in a single office, button, or campus. So, as seeing this example, that is office, building, and campus, in our college also we have a computer section in which the internet connections are there. Through that internet connection, all the computers of the college are worked. So the LAN size is limited to few kilometers. The internet work only in the college building. So as shown in this slide, here in this figure we have internet connection and laptop computers, IBM, then IMSC server, IBM compatible. So this is another figure in which a LAN which is connected to file server, mail server, then to printer server. Again, the 5 computers. Again, in the third figure, we have a wireless connection to which we are connecting a 3 laptop wireless and wireless station 2 and wireless station 4 and wireless station 1 and 3. So as I told, in a college, if we install a internet in office room, through which all the computers of the college connected to internet, if we are installed the Wi-Fi, then all the computers of the college work on the Wi-Fi. As we told, LAN is size is limited to few kilometers, so therefore it works only on college area. So an isolated LAN connected 12 computers to a hub in close set. As I told, the LAN, that is a local area network, uses the topology of bus, ring and star. So in this slide we have the figure in which hub to which we are connecting the computers in a 3 lane using a single link. So next is wide area network, that is WAN, WAN. A wide area network provides long distance transmission data, image, audio and video information over a large geography area that may comprise a country, a continent, or even whole world. A WAN can be as complex as backbone that connect the internet or simply as a dial-up line that connects a home computer to internet. The switched WAN connected the end system, which usually compromise a router, internet networking, connected devices that connects to other LAN or WAN, as shown in the slide. The point-to-point WAN is normally a line leased from telephone or cable TV provider that connects a home computer or small LAN to an internet service provider, ISP. This type of WAN is often used to provide internet access. So as we all know, the point-to-point WAN in early days in our home, we are using modem to our telephone. Then from that we are connected our computer. So that system is nothing but point-to-point WAN connection. So as shown in this picture, computer which is connected to modem, then point-to-point WAN, again modem, and again the IP, ISP, internet service provider. It is a very rare to see LAN, a man or a LAN is in isolation. They are connected to one another. When one or more networks are connected, they become internet or internetwork or internet. So as shown in this picture, we have a computer which is connected to modem, then again a point-to-point WAN and a modem, then ISP, that is internet service provider. A heterogeneous network made of 4 WANs and 2 LANs. So here we are using 2 LANs and 4 WANs. So first we start with the president. From there we are connected to modem, then modem to another modem. From that modem we connected to switched WAN. From there, that is divided to router. So then again to router to point WAN, and again to router. Then next is hub. From hub we are using a LAN system where we are connecting our computers. So let us see some questions, simple questions. Communication between a computer and keyboard involves dash transmission. Communication between a computer and a keyboard involves dash transmission, that is simplex. Dash connection provide a dedicated link between two devices, that is point to point. Next question is, a dash is the data communication system spanning state, countries or whole world. So this is a WAN is the data communication system. Dash is the collection of many separate networks and internet. Thank you.